That was quick. Dada. Oh, great. Some joker's been playing with the email again. Dada. Dada.
Keep your shirt on, I'm coming.
Electrocuted. Now, why do you think that?
Well, my TV was flickering a lot last night, and I heard static, kind of like noises coming from his apartment. Then I heard a loud thud.
A thud? What, someone was hitting him?
Yeah, I think he was murdered.
Now he was murdered. And, you know, a moment ago, you told me you thought it was accidental, and if it was accidental, where's the body?
Don't you use that tone with me, young man. I said he was murdered by, being electrocuted.
Thank you. We need anything else, we'll get a hold of you.
And you know what else? I think it was one of those love triangular things, because he had plenty of girlfriends.
Hey, Doc, help me out here. What's this Dada stuff?
We haven't figured it out yet.
Well, let me take a guess. This guy isn't missing at all. He just went down to the beach with his girlfriend.
I don't think the man left this apartment last night.
And where is he?
I don't know, but I'm taking a sample of this sand back to the lab for inspection.
Sand? How about some blood samples or some hair fragments? You know, standard investigative procedure?
First of all, there is no blood. Second, we know the man was alone, so the hair that's found is his. But this sand really isn't sand.
With all due respect, Dr. Hughes, now what's some guy disappearing got to do with us?
Actually, Mr. Sanders, it's not a simple case of a person mysteriously disappearing. At the time of the initial investigation of Mr. Mitchell's apartment, we presumed that Mr. Mitchell was kidnapped for ransom or something. Mr. Mitchell's a very important person with a multinational computer conglomerate. It wasn't until further inspection that we noticed something rather peculiar. Large traces of a pure white sand were found in the fibers of the carpet around Mr. Mitchell's computer desk area. A more thorough examination revealed this sand to be a form of silicon.
Silicon? You mean the non-metallic chemical element?
Yes, exactly.
Well, what's so strange about that, Doctor?
Nowhere else in the apartment did we find any of the silicon sand. We're still studying the sand further, but our initial records show that this silicon is very different than the type normally manufactured. As a matter of fact, we show no record of such a substance having ever existed.
I still don't see where we fit into this whole thing, Doctor.
What's strange is this. This silicon sand appears to be the equivalent of life-supporting molecular cells, a synthetic DNA capable of creating some kind of new proto-life form. And traces of Mr. Mitchell's DNA were found mixed within.
Okay, here's what we came up with. The man works for a company called Neural Net Industries. They develop computer technology primarily for the medical industry. Go there and see what you can find. Beck and I'll stay here and look into this silicone sand.
We'll call you if we find anything.
Very good. Okay.
Giving you the facts, because we know what you know. We were just about to call you. One of NeuroNet's senior officers, Professor Maurice Tremblay, disappeared from his office.
Are you sure he disappeared?
Well, the security guard saw him go in and didn't see him come out, and his car was still parked outside.
Any connection to Mr. Mitchell's disappearance?
More silicon sand was found near his computer, and the words Dada burned into his computer screen.
The computer again.
Yeah, right. Well, we checked the layout of the office. There's no way this guy gets in without being seen and gets back out without being noticed, so things are getting pretty weird.
My people are checking the sand now for Tremblay's DNA.
Kai, call the captain and let him know what's going on. I'll probably need your help to help convince the company to shut down its computers till we find out what's happened here.
No problem. Shall we?
We cannot stress strongly enough how potentially dangerous this Dada thing can be. It's not something to be toyed with.
We're not talking about toying with the Dada. I merely wish to suggest capturing it in an electronic cage for further study.
You're talking about capturing their computer equivalent of a tornado. Now, this thing could blow up in your face unless you shut down your computer system.
We have captured major viruses before, using similar procedures with a 99.7% success rate. The opportunity to study artificial computer intelligence is far too great to let pass by because we're not willing to take a small chance.
I will have to discuss the situation further with my associates before making any decision. We will, of course, keep WINR informed as to any decision we do make.
Good day, gentlemen.
We got a lead. According to NeuroNet's records, a Richard Merlin was terminated from employment earlier this month. Apparently, he's some sort of computer genius with acute emotional instabilities. Now, his coworkers say that he is perfectly capable of creating a complex computer virus such as this one.
No, this is no virus. This is bigger than any virus. I advise that we call NeuroNet. Tell them to shut down all computer operations until further notice.
Well, Young is meeting with the Board of Governors to alert them to that. Now, she's going to be at NeuroNet to update you on anything that arises there. Now, Sanders and Kai are on their way to Merlin's home.
Okay.
And we received word that a NeuroNet employee named Robert Nadell went to an automatic bank teller on his lunch break and never returned. Now, his bosses called the bank, and they said a man matching his description was using the ATM when an electrical explosion occurred. And listen to this. The bank security guard said the man was electronically sucked into the machine.
Electronically sucked?
That's how he described it. And they found more of that silicone sand in and around the machine that connects this with previous incidents.
Warning, you are on private property. The homeowner has been alerted to your presence.
What the heck was that?
Robo-police home security unit? Who cares? Come on. Electronic lock. That could be any number of combinations. But I think I know this guy's combination. The heck was that?
Figured out life. Your carbon units are needed for reconfiguration. Do not try to stop us.
What did that piece of static just call us?
Carbon units. Our cells are made up of carbon. Apparently theirs is made up of silicone, which explains why traces of silicone sand have been turning up wherever people have been snatched by the Dada. I guess it's the Dada's equivalent of leaving a fingerprint. Cover me.
Okay, Mr. Sandman, any sudden moves, and I'm pulling your plug.
Any guesses?
I haven't a clue, Kai.
Well, let's go with the obvious ones first. With a name like Merlin. Whoa.
Jackpot.
We better call headquarters. We've got the whole history of the Dada.
Now, somehow he managed to tap into some form of computer life known as Dada. And Merlin hypothesized that Dada was from some parallel computer universe. I mean, he literally found a computer ghost.
Yeah, Merlin started communicating with Dada, expressing his frustrations towards Neuronet. He managed to get Dada into the Neuronet computer system where it continued living in the mainframe. When Neuronet shut down its computers, Dada returned home and reconfigured its creator, Richard Merlin.
Hold the line, Kai. There's a priority 1 call coming through from Neuronet.
The Dada returned to Neuronet as expected, but their trap failed. The electronic cage that Neuronet configured managed to hold Dada for a moment, but then Dada drew enough power to escape and overtake the building. Now, as best as I can tell, some of the Neuronet employees are still trapped inside. The parking lot and part of the building are covered with electronic Dada field, which is spreading as we speak.
Kai, did you get all that?
Yeah.
All right, you and Sanders meet me there. Beck will continue her investigation from here.
That's all we know right now. Here's the captain.
All right. Here we go. These suits are insulated against electrical currents. All right, here you go, Sanders. Kai, here you are. Now, Beck has reversed the polarities on these proton batteries, so they should work against the Dada.
Okay. 2 of the captured executives have been turned into Dadas like Merlin, so now there are 3 of them.
Well, let's do it. All right, remember, this installation can only do so much, so watch yourself.
Captain. I guess that means we're trapped.
Watch it! Young, look out!
Oh, man. I just washed my car.
Who's Kai?
Oh, you guys missed it. Ultraman wiped out the Dadas by destroying the computer power net. Oh, it was great. You guys missed it.
Yeah.
We have given the matter much thought. After weighing the possibilities of further studies of Dada's artificial intelligence versus the threat to public safety, the Board of Governors has decided to order the dismantling and destruction of the NeuroNet mainframe. We would also like to extend our deepest thanks to the WINR team for their efforts in recent events.